Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on another layout. This is a layout that I got done at the crop back in October. I brought 48 page kits. I got 42 done. This was number 27. And when I first open my page kit, I kind of look at what, I kind of put with these page kits and then I just go with it. Now this page, the other one before this, took me 40 minutes to complete. This page here took me 15 minutes, which is kind of funny to me because the other one seemed a whole lot simpler than this one, but that's okay. So I looked at this pattern paper, love this pattern paper, so I didn't want to use like a lot of it, a little bit, and I had those polka dots. So I pretty much am going to use those polka dots in the size that they were in. I'm just going to cut a little bit so when I put it on the layout, there's a white border all the way around. And then the striped pattern paper, I cut about a 4-inch strip. And boom, I have the base of my layout done already. I matted my photo on some dark green cardstock, and then I had these frames. These are from our digital files. They come on the sheet 8.5 by 11, and I printed them out. And then when I cut them apart, I try to keep 3 of them together. I really like the look of 3 of those frames together. It leaves one frame open for, putting your embellishment cluster, and then the other 2 I can use for some journaling. So I just want to say, I don't know if you guys can hear the storm in the background, but oh my goodness, we're having another winter storm. It just seems like every second day we've been having a winter storm. So I'm so glad that next week we're going to be into February, and hopefully, the storms we only have like maybe this often, hopefully just 1 month left. So as soon as I, kind of decide how my background's going to go, I don't wait. I glue everything down. And then once everything's down as far as the background, I kind of figured out where I wanted my photos and glue those down right away. And I knew I wanted the 3 frames together. I glued those down. So that is one thing that I've changed in the last few years is I don't do what I call the shuffle. I don't move around. As soon as I see something that I like, I glue it down. And before I went to the crop, 33 out of the 48 page kits, I had done the journaling, and I had put my title on some wax paper. And that worked out really well because I'm sure that had a lot to do with the fact that I got so many layouts done because 1, I didn't have to think about titles. 2, I didn't have to spend time, putting letters on some wax paper and all that stuff. Everything was already on there. And, as soon as I started the layout, I would figure out where I would put, where I was going to put my title. And then I went on from there. Now these pictures are from a hike that we went on this last summer. It was actually climbing a mountain. It's a place that's around 4 hours from where we live. And this mountain here, it's not that it's super difficult. Actually the hike for it is really nice. The only thing that I would say that was really hard, it's very rocky. So there's a lot of rocks even on the trail. So I found on the way down, it was super hard on the knees because there was no give. Like it just seemed that, everything would kind of just jam into your knees. But it's a really nice, if you've never done any mountain, this is a nice one. It doesn't take that long to climb. Maybe close to 2 hours, and then about the same to climb down. And it's a nice view at the top. It is one of our tallest peaks here in our province, And the first time that we did this mountain, my mom was 69 and Mason was 6. And this was 2 years later. And now my mom was 71 and Mason was 8. So it was really cool to go up that mountain again. So right here, I'm putting the name of the mountain, and where we go camping, there's not only this mountain, but it's probably the most attainable for a lot of people. Now there is 2 different ways to go up the mountain, and one way is a little bit more challenging, but where we had such a huge range in age, we kind of took, the easier way up. And it was so cute because on the way down, we met this couple, and he was carrying a baby, in a little baby carrier on his stomach. And they were from Ontario. And we chatted with them for a few minutes, and we asked them how old their kid was, and the kid I think was only like 3 or 4 months old. And I said, well, that's pretty cool, probably the youngest person to climb the mountain today. And it was just nice to chat with a few people on the way up and down. That is one thing that I'll say about hikers, is they're super friendly. Like even when we went up Mount Washington, we talked to so many people on the way up and on the way, down the mountain. Just, finding out where they were from, how long it took them to climb the mountain, whether it was the first time, and all this stuff. People are just, super friendly. And then we ran, across some people, and they were running low on water, and that's not something that you want. And we had brought extra, so we gave them a couple of bottles of water. So that's one thing that hikers will do, like they will help each other. And I just love sort of like that community. So one of the last things that I added to the layout, and I am obsessed with our digital butterflies. We have them in all the different colors, and I just find that they work really well on all outdoors, layouts. So now the very last thing I'm going to put is some enamel dots, and I'm going to put it in 3 areas of the layout. And just to let you know, Project 100 is going to make its way back. Next week, I'm going to start making some page kits again, because I want to make sure that I have a bunch of pages, page kits ready for my craft room. And at this point, I think I might have 6. So Project 100 is where I'm going to, try to make 100 page kits so I have them in my craft room. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.